Hello, it's Miss Hake, and we're talking about sorting, and that video was really long. So what I'm thinking you should do is stop it at each point where they go over each key thing. We have been covering patterning, we've been covering big and small, we have been covering numbers and matching. So it's really neat that it goes through all that, and then it goes into some sorting. So knowing that we're sorting and that we've been doing small, medium, big, we've been doing colors, we've been doing some I Spy shapes and shapes. You see how that all rolled into one. So I have brought some socks from my sock drawer because this is a very familiar concept to kids. You know, they have socks and they have t-shirts and they have clothes. And so it would be neat if you brought in some things or had some things around that they can look at sorting different ways. So socks are always a fun way to sort. So let's take a little look at Miss Hake's socks. So what do I notice about this is I've got some black socks and some gray socks and some dark socks and some light socks and some socks with stripes and some socks with writing. So how many ways can I sort these socks? Well, the first way that's obvious to me is thinking about biggest to smallest. You see the length of my socks? Biggest to smallest. Now, how else could you sort these socks, I wonder? What about by color? Dark to light? Let's give it a whirl. Dark. Which one's lighter? I'm going with this one. To light. Dark to light. Look at that. How else could you sort your socks? Let me think. Stripe, stripe, stripe. No stripes. No stripes get to be over here. So now I have two different groups. So it's really interesting that four socks evoke so much conversation and so many ways to sort. So even bringing in some socks or some articles of clothing or some objects that are different, they can go ahead and sort and they can explain how they did it. All right, have a beautiful time.